Yesterday, I asked why healthcare providers are selling out. Today, I want to zoom out and I want to add some context. Dr. Betsy Grunch has a paid partnership promoting online compounded GLP-1 microdosing in patients who do not medically require weight loss. The messaging leans on vague wellness language, optimization, and enrollment-based incentives. That alone raises ethical concerns about financial influence and scope, but it doesn't stop there. She serves as a scientific advisory board member for a commercial protein product called Pure Genius, co-founded by Mel Robbins, a former criminal defense attorney turned motivational speaker and podcast host. Robbins is not a physician or a clinical nutrition specialist, yet the product is marketed with medical framing and scientific authority. Dr. Grunch's website promotes it directly, including discount incentives framed through her authority as a spinal surgeon. Now, advisory roles are not inherently unethical. Physicians are allowed to consult. But when clinical authority is repeatedly used to market consumer products created by non-clinical media personalities, compensation structures begin to layer. Now let's talk about transparency. Under the Federal Sunshine Act, drug and medical device companies are required to report payments made to physicians in a public CMS database called Open Payments. Those payments include consulting, speaking, royalties, travel, and meals. It doesn't imply wrongdoing, but it does allow the public to see financial relationships. According to Open Payments data, Dr. Grunch's reported general payments over several years significantly exceed both the neurosurgery specialty mean and the national physician mean, with steady increase through 2024. That same database shows that she has received over $177,000 from Spinology, a spinal implant company, since 2018, including consulting and speaking fees. Again, transparency does not equal guilt. But when industry compensation materially exceeds peers and a physician simultaneously promotes multiple monetized health products, patients are going to ask where education ends and where revenue begins. Now here's where it escalates. In August 2025, a merger between Northeast Georgia Health System and Long Street Clinic, where Dr. Grunch was employed, was paused after confirmation of a Department of Justice investigation into several physicians. 2 days later, the Gainesville Times reported on a verified internal litigation hold memo referencing a civil investigative demand from the DOJ. According to that reporting, the False Claims Act investigation concerns allegations that Dr. Betsy Grunch and/or others received illegal remuneration from medical device companies in violation of the anti-kickback statute in connection with products or services that may not have been medically necessary. The memo specifically references Spinology's financial relationships with Dr. Grunch and others. Y'all remember Spinology? In December 2025, the merger resumes with no further information on the DOJ investigation, and NGHS declined to comment on when the merger actually resumed. 1 month later, Dr. Grunch announced she was leaving Long Street Clinic to open a private practice. Now, I'm not alleging anything. I'm laying out a timeline based on public records and reporting. When elevated industry payments, layered monetized partnerships, and a DOJ investigation specifically referencing the anti-kickback statute intersect in the same timeline, reasonable people are going to ask questions. Were compliance structures modified before the merger resumed? Did internal personnel changes factor into that decision? If so, why? The timing and optics warrant scrutiny, especially when the anti-science crowd already accuses healthcare professionals of being pharmashills. When physicians layer advisory roles, affiliate structures, elevated industry payments, monetized medication promotion, and simultaneously are named in a federal investigative reporting, sorry to say, it erodes public trust even further. Only time will tell what all of this ultimately means, and again, I'm not speculating, but for me personally, I do not co-sign grift in a white coat. If you believe that financial incentives don't influence clinical judgment, then we fundamentally disagree. And if that makes you uncomfortable, then this probably isn't the platform for you.